Hello and welcome to another video of inspiration colour schemes for the Scenes of Italy colouring book. Today I've been working on this image here, which is one of the windows at the Natural History Museum in Milan. From what I can remember, the walls of the building were kind of this kind of peachy colour, and I think these bits were kind of more of a grey, but I wanted to, because it's quite monotone for this colouring page, I wanted to add a little bit of colour. So I mean, obviously you can do any colours that you want. I've used a couple of different blues in the windows and just left a bit white so that then you can get the reflections and it's not just a solid colour. So I'm going to work in all of these little bits. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll start with this bit because this was like a plaster work in a different colour. So you could just go over all of it like this, just to be quick, and then you've still got the detail in the drawn bits there. But if you want to add a little bit of depth, you could maybe just put a little darker colour in there. And then I might just do a bit of a darker bit on the architrave, I suppose it is there. Let's just make this a little bit . So I'm going to do the same colour down here. I'm also going to do the same colour for this bit of moulding up here. And again, a bit of darker shading. Okay, I think I'm going to do an orangey colour. Around this bit. Now, just because there are all these little details doesn't mean to say you need to colour each separate bit in a different colour. You can do if you want to extend the time that you take out to colour in. But on this one, I'm just going over the whole section. And I'm going to take the brown again. It probably could do with being a bit sharper. Let's go around here. I think for this section I'm just going to do completely over that band, so we've got this bit here, the wider bit, the zigzags, and the wider bit under here. So I'm doing this quite monotone, but you could do a different colour for each section if you wanted. Completely up to you, depending on your mood or whether you like bright patterns or whether you like something a bit more subtle, or whether you want it to be fairly true to the original architecture. I think what I'm going to do with this bit is just do each of these bits as if it's like the little shadow caused by the carving in the stone. Decided to use coloured pencil on this one rather than felt pen, purely because one, the design I did before this was felt pen, two, I've managed to kind of just, because it's focusing on the window, the panes are quite a big part of this design, so I wanted to just gently and subtly blend the sky reflections in, and I thought that would work better in coloured pencil than in pen. because this section, it has got the little triangle bits here with these bits coming off from the points, it means that the stonework was actually kind of zigzag relief like that. So I think what I'm going to do is, I know it's going to be painstaking, but I am going to choose one of them to be the shadow. So I choose the kind of bottom bit, so every other one I'm going to do brown. Sometimes quite nice to just sit and colour in to the sound of the ticking clock, all silent, and it's quite relaxing hearing the sound of the pencil on the paper, or even just kind of the sound of your hand against the paper. But sometimes it's quite nice just to colour in and have music on in the background. So don't know which I prefer really. Let me know in the comments if you like sticking a music track on or listen to the radio while you're colouring in, or whether you use it as kind of quiet time to kind of think as you're colouring in. There. Right, so all I need to do is this section here. So I'm going to do that bit there, that bit there, orange, it's kind of extended. Bit of shading there. I'm going to do these bits orange with the brown on top, so it's going to go in here, and then that will make it slightly different to this bit here. And because it's kind of the furthest away from the wall and the closest to the window, I'm just going to do a bit of shading under there. Where it would naturally be a bit darker. We do a little bit of shading on a bit of these. Just to give it a little bit more depth. There, and then I think that's finished. So hopefully that's given you some inspiration as to how to tackle all of these intricate bits in the window. Thank you for watching. Bye!